Hello there, everyone. My name is Oversoul. This is Oversoul Gaming, and welcome to Close to the Sun, a sci-fi horror game in an alternate history where Tesla succeeded in building his something. I forget what it was exactly, but basically, he convinces a group of people to join him on this ship called the Helios, and they basically are a bunch of technology worshippers or whatever. It's very similar to BioShock if, like, Andrew Ryan was Tesla, from what I understand. Anyways, you may also notice no green screen. I'll explain that in a moment. Prologue. The Brilliance of Ada. Press X to begin.
My dear sister, I left you suddenly and without warning. For that, and so much more to come, I apologize. I didn't board the Helios knowing what would happen, only that pursuing my research could change the world. And we did! Just not in the way I'd imagined. Not yet, anyway. I want to explain everything now, so that you'd see that there is nothing to fear. You've always tried to protect me, my big sister, but this was meant to be. It's now my turn to protect you, if only so that things unfold the way they are meant to. Time and necessity has kept us apart, but that is about to change. We need you here aboard the Helios with me. I've enclosed a receiver, and as the name implies, it can receive signals through which we will communicate. I know little of this will make any sense right now, but I also know that you will keep your promise. I love you. Your sister, Ada.
Pretty light on details there, Ada. You leave without warning, and now need me aboard the Helios? What aren't you telling me?
Okay, right. So, meet our protagonist, Rose. We play as Rose. Rose decides to travel to the Helios, the ship that Tesla ran crew of followers on. Ada, Rose's sister Ada, followed him on to, like, she got a job aboard the Helios. She was part of all that mess. And now, how do I interact with stuff? Square? Okay. A little tutorial would have been nice. Just kind of throw you right into it.
Esteemed Wardenclyffe guest, we will shortly be approaching the Helios. For safety reasons, we ask that you enter the observation cabin located atop the shuttle. Docking. All passengers are secured. Thank you.
I'm not going to step outside quite yet. I don't know what awaits me.
Better than these automated announcements.
So anyways, we get the letter from our sister, and it makes us, British Navy in pursuit of the Helios. Alleged kidnapping of prominent British mathematician has the world on edge. Hand him over, says the Prime Minister. Wardenclyffe denies wrongdoing, claims that Maxwell joined voluntarily. International group of diplomats rally to calm rising tensions. Okay. Not sure what any of that means right now. The Helios, conquering new scientific frontiers under the guidance of Nikola Tesla himself, is what I was telling you. Invent and innovate without artificial limitations of capital or politics. Do you see the BioShock connection there? You know, he basically said, hey, do you want a place with no rules where you can do whatever you want? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? And I can guarantee you that it ended the same too. Because this is a horror game after all, and I don't feel like we would be going to the Helios. Anytime you get a letter or a phone call or some shit in the beginning of a horror game video, and they're like, come to the place and find me, the place you're gonna go to find them is always gonna be spooky and horrifying, and have monsters or something. Outlast, Resident Evil 7, come on. The Helios Grand Theater, the best entertainment to stimulate the best minds. Pretentious much? Anywho, off we go into the wild blue yonder. What's this? How do I sprint? Okay, there we go. Hold on, there's a sprint mechanic. Is there a crouch mechanic? I cannot crouch. There is no crouch mechanic. That's weird. That's weird. That means there'll be no sneaking then. Just a bunch of running. if I do come into contact with something that can kill me, which I feel is very likely in a horror game, but this could also just be a horror-themed walking simulator. We don't know yet. It's similar to Bioshock, but I can tell you this much, there is no combat. Docking procedure. Alright, let's do it then. Am I the only one on this boat? Weird. Anyways, I know for a fact that there's no combat in this. Storm in a Teacup Presents, that's the name of the developer that made this. They did something else I played too, and I can't remember what it was now. Oh yeah, Nero, Nothing Ever Remains Obscure, which is, by the way, not a game I did a Let's Play of, and not a horror game either, but it has some atmosphere. It has some atmosphere. I'll give it that. So anyways, the face cam. Why is it no green screen anymore? Well, I had to wash my green screen because one of our cats peed on it. And I have no idea why. And ever since I did that, I haven't been able to get it put back up because I had it hung up with thumbtacks that I had to hammer into the wall because it's just that hard. And now I can't, like, get them to stay in those holes now that I took them back out. And I don't want to make new holes. So it's become something of an issue. And also because the frame rate on my camera has been dropping a lot lately while I'm recording. It didn't at first when I first got it. I recorded all kinds of stuff, even VR shit perfectly fine. I don't know what the deal is. But it seems to drop frame rates a lot less when my background is not the green for some reason. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it just knows that it's a green screen, and I don't know. It's hard to explain, but there's a lot of problems. Plus, just Chapter 1, The Border of Hermes, okay. Plus, just with me, like, moving, planning to retire and everything as it is, because I'm tired, having the green screen adds an extra level of editing to the layer where you have to chroma key it and get all the little tweaks just right, and sometimes I can't get it just right because the lighting is off even when I do use the lamps. Like the lighting lamps that's meant specifically for that. I have a couple of those. It's still, I don't know. Green screening is hard. Anyways, the point is, though, in order...
Great Helios would be more busy? I guess Ada didn't tell anyone I was coming.
It's not busy because everyone is probably horribly murdered or something. But this is a horror game after all. Obviously, she doesn't know that. She doesn't know to... She expects it to be a hustling, bustling environment full of technological advancements because that's what it promised to be. She doesn't know that it's going to turn out to be a something went horribly wrong here situation. We do, though. Boy, if that just doesn't tickle your innards in all the wrong ways. I don't like the sound of that chain. I feel like I'm gonna be the one... I feel like I'm gonna have to find out the hard way exactly what happened here. Oh, that's that up there. Okay. Still a freaky noise. Still a very freaky noise. I don't know where I'm going.
Seems like I'll have to let myself in.
Might as well. The Shipwreck. Wanted poster. Active spy. Isolate and eliminate. Okay. I'm sorry, but if I ever go to some place that's supposed to be, like, thriving... Wow! This man really thought highly of himself. Welcome to my grand city. Here's a bunch of Wizard of Oz level introduction trumpets. Yes. Very humble, Mr. Tesla. Very humble. I need to do a little bit of explorating, though, because I already know how these games are. There's no combat, so I know that there won't be any weapons or shit like that, or like crafting materials or shit like that to find, but there's probably collectibles, like figurines or something. Papers to read. Alright, I'm wasting time. Let's just go. Clearly there's nothing here. But anyways, yeah, so long story short with the whole face cam thing, it was either this or no face cam at all. You know, it was either no green screen or no face cam altogether. And down the line, it might become that too. I don't know. I wanted to put one in this one though because it's a horror game. Some games... Jesus fucking Christ. That right there. As if to emphasize my point, is why I wanted to make sure that there was a face cam in this game. But not all of them need them. Not all of them need them, no. Some games, I mean, this one's pretty narrative focused too. You know, this is a game that you could just watch.
Cliff, a company distributing electricity to half of the world and yet still hungers for that other half.
This is a game that you could watch like a no commentary playthrough of and still probably get the same feeling of atmosphere and enjoyment. The only thing I'm adding to it is jump scare reactions and a little bit of witty commentary, if I'm being honest.
Quarantine?
Yes, that's what that
What have you got
spells.
yourself into, Ada?
Great!
Well, if that wasn't ominous and foreboding. That must be the save icon. Doesn't this kind of take you back a little bit, though? Me, with the face cam, playing a horror game that takes place in an ocean-based setting. It's like we've come full circle. Oh, it's the passport for... It's Tesla's passport. Okay. What a fun little tidbit. I like these borderline walking sim horror games, though, I'm not gonna lie. The ones where you basically just have to run and hide. I like the helplessness that provides. Right then, anyways, like I was saying. And that is, okay. Look at me panning the camera like I'm recording for a music video. Let's follow the blood. It's pain.
Elevator up ahead.
Yes, there is an elevator up ahead, but there's 2 security overrides that won't let me do it. I see it. Red light here, red light there.
Shit.
I'm gonna have to...
Security override.
Uh-huh. This is...
I guess I'll have to disable it.
This is the beginning of Outlast. Renowned Russian mathematician Ivan Asanov... Ivan Asanov joins Wardenclyffe to work on a yet unannounced project according to sources. Moscow issues formal complaint against Wardenclyffe. Alright, anyways, okay, so the developers of this game said that they knew people were going to draw a lot of comparisons to BioShock, which is something they were hoping to avoid, but at the same time figured it was inevitable, considering Tesla is basically a...
Hello? Anyone there?
Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that right there. What that just happened with the shadows and the closing of the light in the door. Out of order. Use the ladies' room, keep it clean. But they didn't, did they? It's gonna be full of death and murder. Actually, it won't open at all. Okay, so... I just want to point a few things out. So the developers did say BioShock was going to be a huge comparison, and that's obvious based off of, like, the setting, the art style, the story. It's all very similar, okay? But there are actually 3 major influences that they drew from that really sold me on this game. I read an interview with them, and they said those influences were Outlast, Soma, and Layers of Fear. Now this right here, I can see the Layers of Fear influence. This long hallway like this, you know, this feels very, like, similar in design. The way you interact with doors and stuff, and some of the jump scares. Outlast, it reminds me of that so far with the puzzles. Like, the first thing we have to do is activate an elevator by going in 2 different directions and getting it open. Getting it unlocked, I mean. I hate that you open doors like that, because it means if there's ever anything on the other side, you're gonna come from looking down and then, like, straight up into a jump scare. And that's why they did that too, because they plan on doing that down the line. That's the reason for it.
This is Nikola Tesla speaking, and unless it wasn't already obvious, this ship is under strict quarantine.
Duh.
There is to be no movement on or off the Helios. And yet, here you are.
Here I am.
Another one of Edison's spies, I think.
No.
No matter. Movement throughout the ship has been restricted. Whether you are friend or foe, do watch your step.
Gee, thanks for the warm welcome.
And
Now,
he said
what have you done with my sister?
one of Edison's spies. Like, Nikola Tesla was at odds with Thomas Edison, so that makes sense. In accordance to procedure protocol A12, officers greeted the shuttle from Sydney upon arrival. When the guest did not appear as instructed, the officers embarked the shuttle to perform a standard search. The guest was not found aboard, and neither was any of the issued Wardenclyffe paperwork or issued clothing. Further inspection of the vessel revealed a noticeable but harmless indentation on the starboard side of the shuttle. There was no record of this dent when the vessel left Sydney, so it is possible that the shuttle was boarded by another ship when en route to the Helios. This is the 11th incident of a similar nature this year alone. The vulnerable nature of our automatic shuttles has to be corrected. The ID documentation and Wardenclyffe uniforms that are regularly lost could provide Edison with enough information to create convincing forgeries. I have yet to receive any reassurance that measures are being taken to prevent these incidents from reoccurring. Blah. Okay, lots of shit to look at in a game like this. Interrogation subjects. This man went mad thinking that his own people were spies against him, I bet. Jung Hwan's passport. Okay. Young Hwan. Maybe. Was that his name, Young Hwan? Like Young One? I need to open the thingy so the elevator can be used. There is, like, no doors that work in this whole goddamn... Alright, that's already getting old. That's like the 3rd fucking light bulb explosion jump scare in less than 20 goddamn minutes. Subtlety game. Utilize it. The fuck is this? Oh.
Okay, one more to go.
And Nanya's passport? Okay. Wanted poster. Profile armless. Suspected sleeper agent. I wonder if these are the guys I'm gonna have to deal with. Okay, now I think I can get out over here. Alright, that's one down, one to go. So now we go this way. Exactly how I predicted. I need a flashlight. Does this game give you a light source? That would be nice if it did. I'm just gonna stop trying doors if they're all gonna be like that. I was expecting something like that too. One of these days. Okay. Nothing of interest in here. I'll just be on my merry way and do the same shit. But first, I'm going to check out the stuff. Internal Communication Division. The interrogation of researcher Becker had an immediate effect on the amount of cross-department chatter that contained sensitive information. Unfortunately, it also made the suspected Edison leak go silent. We are therefore no further along in our investigation over exactly what material has been compromised. I am hereby requesting that a more hands-on approach be taken in order to assure the continued security of the Helios. We cannot afford another grand-scale sabotage. Once is enough. I am aware of how uncomfortable Mr. T is with these less sophisticated measures, but doing it the old-fashioned way is sometimes the only option. Why, just call him Mr. Tesla. Mr. T is a completely different person. And I mean, granted, this was before his time, but still. Edison denies espionage allegations. Accusations are merely circumstantial, claims Edison. Preparations for a countersuit is on its way. Wardenclyffe denies to comment. Tesla absent as preliminary hearings commerce into accusations of Eddie and espionage. Yeah, he's absent because he's on this fucking ship. Well, he might not have showed up anyways, but... I'm still grateful for this game being in 60 frames because it means I can do really cool camera pans like this. Look at how fucking smooth that is. And I will say this, it is even better for when you want to like make a music video out of a game. Anything that's in 60 frames is a lot easier to do those like types of cinematic fucking camera pans. Shut up. What is this? The Helios? Don't worry, her research holds the key to everything. Oh, that was meant for me. Somebody...
Cryptic. Who is this message for?
Me! Fucking thing literally showed up the moment you walked here. I mean, you. By me, I mean you. You know what I mean. I want to see what's up here before I pull the lever and move on to the elevator. I seem to be unlocking bits and pieces of the narrative by exploring, so it makes sense to continue along that route. Ah, here we go. I knew there was a reason for coming up here. David's passport. Loose pages of a newspaper. Tesla's death ray to make war impossible. Nikola Tesla proposes to compel the world towards peace with the threat of immeasurable damage. His newly announced weaponry is about to go up for auction. It has nations all over the world scrambling for funds. Tesla's ship-mounted weaponry could annihilate an entire fleet. Jesus Christ. And that's what happens when you leave people unregulated. I'm sorry, is that supposed to be a jump? Weak. Might as well not even put it in there. It is a realistic jump, though. Not like one of those cartoon jumps from a platformer. No, sir. What the hell is over here? Nada. Ooh. Jesus Christ. I'm so used to the doors not opening that this one opening actually scared me a little. Sylvia's passport. Have I found a lot of passports already? Is that why I got that trophy? Nikola Tesla recruits British intelligence officers to oversee information security above the Helios. Yet another high-profile scientist joins the crew, ever-growing Helios crew. Sabotage attempt averted as Helios shuttle avoids ramming. Someone tried to sabotage them with a ramming, did they? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Don't be fools, sterilize your tools. Oh, okay.
So this is how suspected Edison spies get interrogated aboard the Helios? Ugh. Wait until my editor hears about this.
Jesus. Yeah, I definitely stumbled upon something I wasn't supposed to see. Oh, that's right. I'm a journalist. There's another Outlast thing. And that's not me drawing comparisons. The developers themselves said that this game was inspired by Outlast, Soma, and Layers of Fear, 3 of my favorite horror games, so... Suspect in the brig. Jackpot! InfoSec just sent a tube that corroborates the datas and places. He's an Edison spy, alright. Your gut instincts were right again. It's important that we make this one count. We need to tap him on all that he knows, whether he wants to sing or not. This is definitely a West-West situation. Feel free to get creative. Yikes. Yeah, well, creativity was definitely part of their setup over there, wasn't it? Okay, I'm out of this spook house. I'm working forward to the narrative bits. This is already unlocked, so we'll just go in here. Pull that.
That should do it. Now to find Ada.
It won't be that simple, Rose. Profile, Vapor, incoming threat, known aliases, Mathis, Ellis, blah, 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 blah. Damn, a lot of wanted people on here. They suspected a lot of folks of being traitorous, didn't they? Why can't I use this? Is it broken or something? So I gotta travel back on foot. Why? Because there's a scripted jump scare on the way back? I betcha. Yes, no? That's right, I said scare. Deal with it. Hello? What is this? Oh, is it a key? Is it a... It's an item. Elevator key card. Oh. Okay. So nice of you to leave the keys right in the... It's like people who leave the keys to their truck in the visor. Oh, fuck!
What the hell? Hey! Hey!
That man had a doctor's uniform and red eyes. What do you mean, hey, shit? Clearly he was coming after you. She's like, oh fuck, I missed my opportunity to talk to him. Yeah, so sad. Anyways, that feels like a good stopping point. We got through the prologue and the first episode. Not a whole lot happened. A couple of jump scares, but I was so busy exploring things and looking at stuff. What do you want from me? Come on, you know? But anywho, that'll be it for this episode. Let me know what you think of the game so far in the comments down below, but I would give it at least another episode before I, fully pass judgment on it, Like I said, let me know what you think so far in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave it a like, and as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely another time, likely another video.